clarity to some of this. Now, a lot of individuals and groups are still resisting the idea of restarting oil activities. According to some certain things need to be done before the resumption. I'm going to ask you, Gani, after so much consultations and a lot of drive, why do we still have divergent views as to whether to start or not start the resumption?
There's no diverse view on that. I can tell you, there is no such view. You see, Ogoni community have a direction. We have what we call an Ogoni Bill of Rights. Now, the president follow up the way the Ogoni struggle started. Because what was the Ogoni issue? The people of Ogoni, led by Ken Sarunwa, said federal government should discuss with Ogoni people. And the president in the first meeting said, look, initiated process of discussion. Now, on that process of discussion, there was community meetings, right? I am from Zakmo. There was a town hall meeting. That's how Ogoni people do their meeting. There was a town square meeting in my village. All the villages in Ogoni have a town hall meeting. Then the kingdom. There was also a kingdom. I'm from Babi Kingdom. There was also a kingdom meeting. Now they bring all this view to the AGA and presented groups, both people that are in Nigeria and diaspora, make their position known. And that was not the position in the report that was given to the president. If you look at that report captured everything in the Ogoni build-up right.
Before we get to that report part,
I'm coming. I want to address something to you. You raised issue that I was trying to address. There are. Well, I said there is no view. That's why I give you that direction. Now you may have like someone like, because I talk and mention them. There's someone like Nimi Basi, for instance, who was in hyper in a time that United Nations UNEP threatened that things were not going right in high prep. They want to pull out. Conscience of Ogoni approached the court. Look, this water project the high prep is doing, it's not right. We want to court. We are in a appeal court today on that because we saw that companies that are handling that water project was not capable. ROCC give a proposal of how to handle water scale in Ogoni. Clear. Why should high prep do not follow that? So now, those that are even saying no oil resumption, few like Nimibasi and the rest of them benefited from high prep. Now that certain can collapse. Where is their statement? Both the one from Ogoni. Why have they not? Have they raised issue that look, go to Ogoni land. There are water projects that home paddock that is not working. The home paddock provide. Those tanks are still there. The only tank of high prep that is there that can still stand today are those republished home paddock or one agency or the other. So that is not the issue of today. Mr. President has sat down and said, look, I want to resolve these Ogoni issues. And he have taken clear step on that. Today, what Ogoni have gotten from the beginning of political activities in the country, we have not gotten that kind of favor. Whether the president, why are we getting that? Mr. President is committed to resolve this matter. And it happened that we also have a governor that have interest that the Ogoni land should be developed. So there is no political interference. You now have the National Security Advisor. If the president have taken the negotiation to any politician, this process is supposed not to work. What is the interest of the National Security Advisor? Is that common Ogoni people should benefit. The East-West Road, serious work. Today, I just left Borel last night. Free. The border Bonny Road will be completed soon. The health centers, hospital that NNPC is embarking to build in all the follow local government contractors out of inside. The university. These are programs, the university have been something when Magnus was in Senate, different person have been talking about, but it didn't work. But immediately we met Mr. President in January. The National Security Advisor assured the Ogoni delegation that it is done. And they take it to the Mr. President. Mr. President do not only sign into law. Mr. President set up the Governing Council and appoint a credible Ogoni son as chairman of Governing Council. Mr. President did not stop there. He also appoint a credible River son as the Vice Chancellor of the university. Now, things are going well. The Ogonis have got it. Now, see, there are times you can talk about activism. Now it's not time of activism.
Before, see, there is granted all of these are coming through. The security advisor, the president has made some of these movements, but
the governor have also make the movement.
The thing here is, we are not going to dismiss the fact that voices are arising anti this project. No, you have said your own part as to.
No, let me explain to you. When you say voice, let me explain to you.
So when these things, decent voices are coming and saying they don't want this resumption, it's not going to happen until these things are done.
Is what?
They feel like within, it's pointing that within, even the Ogoni people are seemingly divided. So what exactly is driving this resistance? That's
let me
exactly
tell you.
what I want to know.
Hold, let me explain to you. Hold on. No, let me tell you. There is a Lehman Brothers who benefited from foreign donors. We have, maybe it's from Cross River or Akwa Ibom or thereabout. There is oil production there. Has they been able to raise issues? Then you can now, you know that Ogoni land was in a very serious poverty rate. So you can't say that they can give small people small things to raise small things that are not right. There is a position by the Ogoni people. You look at the report. The Ogoni people have been talking about a state creation. Why I tell you is that, you see, people who benefit from crisis. The other day I was looking at the Senate committee that was in Rivers State, and you see some of them that were talking about security there. Ask them, they have away from Ogoni. In their own community, there have been insecurity. What have been their role? Have they contributed for peace and security in their village? So these are the issues. It's not about going on the radio and speak. What have been your pedigree over the years? When it comes to OM 11, I am a custodian of that. And after Ken Sarunwa handled man leadership to me. And I can tell you, Ken has blessed this movement. I challenge anybody. I was in your studio here, and I told you that Ken is not happy with high prep. What happened after I make that statement? Because, see, it's not about individual gains. It's about the gain of the people. And the Ogoni people, as of today, President Tinubu have shown love to the Ogoni people. Let me tell you, if you go to Bayelsa State today and talk about Abacha, they will tell you he's their hero. Because Abacha give them state. So as far as Ogoni is concerned, Tinubu is our hero. Okay. Because it's addressing issues that concern our people.
Okay.
And let me tell you.
No,
let me rest. Hold on. Let me clear you.
No, maybe this will sweep into the next question that I want to know. Because till now I have not been able to get your response as to what is driving, because it's as though you're denying the fact that there are actually decent involved. As last week, was it last week or so? We had a report, right?
From where?
From our studio here. If I see that insert here before the end of this program, I will play it for you. Demanding and saying that the whole process of resumption is not going to happen and all of that. But that's not the first time. Now let's even proceed to dialogue committee and the many reports or final reports they've been able to send across to the federal government. For someone who is listening and have no idea what is involved in this report, can you take us through what this report entails exactly?
As an Ogoni person, I said it from the beginning that we have what we call an Ogoni Bill of Right, the foundation of the struggle, what the Ogoni people need. State creation is there. The Ogoni people participating in the oil and gas activities in their land for operation is there. That's equity.
Participating in what form?
Now, Ogoni also in that report, they also demand to have a stake. Like number one, look at it. OM 11, for instance, before government has 60%, share has 30%, Total has 5%, Ajib has 5%. No, Yeah. Then I think Chevron has about small percent too. Now Ogoni have said, look, even though it's 1%, and remember, when you present a report, the president have looked at that report and said, look, I'll implement it. And he have started, and he directed the NMPC and the National Security Advisor, look, move with the Ogoni people and see how this thing move to the next level. So, commitment of government is 100%. A lot of people knows that when the oil junction start, they will no more have data boys or boy you will now recruit to be to play courtism in the land, because people will be engaged. And that is why I sat down as somebody who think ahead of time, as Ken do. I wrote to the Minister of Environment. I said, listen, I point out, I'm in the oil and gas sector. I point out areas of skill that need to be trained Ogoni people, because even in the UNEP report, UNEP recommend that before you start cleaning up, build center of excellence, train Ogoni youth that will participate in the cleanup process. And that is why we say, look, high prep, train Ogoni youth on SYs. If you go to, like today, Dangote refinery, a lot of skill that work there, they bring them from outside the country. And Ogoni do not want to experience that. So we need our youth to be trained and prepared, not to only work in Ogoni. Those skills will help them to work in any part of the world. That's what is important. So anybody that do a decision, what we should do now is, so how do our young people get skill to participate? How do people that want to do business get their papers and get partner to participate? That is where we are. That's why if you look at the Ogoni national anthem, it say Aki. All of what the national anthem said, we have done them. Where we did now, that's enjoy. So it's that time. So I'm not saying outsiders or group from outsiders, because Ogoni struggle was a struggle that international communities supported the Ogoni people. I'm not saying, look, if you're from outside, you can't make input to that. But you cannot make input in a manner that will stall the process. Ogoni people have ready. We are full. In fact, as of today, majority of Ogoni people are not happy that oil have not started drilling in Ogoni land.
Okay.
I can tell you that as somebody who represents the common people. I'm not speaking to the elite.
There's something you mentioned. You said state creation for Ogoni. You demanding for state creation.
I say it has been part of the Ogoni struggle, and it's part of the report to tell you that this report came from the people. And your media follow up what happened from communities to HGA. So there was no hidden thing. People, community leaders come up and present their position. So nobody, the dialogue committee do not sit down to prepare a report. It was what comes from the field, from each communities and kingdom.
Now, I'm going to ask this. Maybe it might sound cliche to you, but why do we have that agitation for state creation of River State? Are you saying that you've not been treated well by the entirety?
No, you see, can I tell you something? When Ken was alive, there was issue within the Obiwari and Ken fight for Port Harcourt creation of River State. So I will not come here. Our fathers have laid foundation of what they want. The common Ogoni people at the village, they have said what they want. Issue of state creation, Ebori State, has always been there. And what President asks is that, my people, can you people tell me what you want me to do? And the people have spelled out what they want to do. So what we are doing is saying, hey, Mr. President, start to implement it. And Mr. President, don't waste our time. Come and drill this oil to create job for our people.
I'm going to sincerely ask you, Gani, do you think that request of demanding that state for Ogoni is to be granted by the president?
See, it's not about, whether there is a report. Hold on. I'm coming.
Yes.
The government asks you, what do you want? State creation is one of them. It's not just what is there.
Yeah.
And I tell you here that I give you example of Bayelsa State, and I can tell you that the president have interest on the Ogoni people and the people of Nigeria. So, and because he have interest, he's going to implement. Everything has process. State creation has its own process. But we are not going to wait till the state is being created before drilling the Ome 11. No. There are a lot of other things. And we have started getting, government started telling Ogoni people, you can trust us. Because there was no trust. Government has started doing things within the Ogoni people and government, how Ogoni can trust government. And we trust this leadership that is in place today, from the federal government to the state government. The Ogoni, I'm talking about the common Ogoni people. I'm not speaking here about the elite who may be in Abuja, who may be in Lagos or somewhere. I'm talking about the common woman that is in each of the community, a common youth that do not have anybody. Those common people in each of the community in Ogoni, they needed something to be done right in Ogoni. And the president has following that. And we agree on that. When people talk about, ask them, when several times the company has make attempt to enter Ogoni land, what have been their resistance? What something was passing through? Many of them signed document. I have it. They signed agreement. Let them come up with one agreement that I signed that this company should come to Ogoni land. But today, that even when the entire Ogoni have agreed that this is the way forward and the thing reflected in what we have always asked for, I have to join. What people were doing before, hey, they meet in this company, they say, come and do this, was a backyard business. So that what Gantoba was not involved. But today, government come and say, look, what do you want? And start doing it. We are proud of this administration. And it's God designed. Because if you don't have, why we even have delay, I can tell you for free. Why we have delay in this process, there was state of emergency in Rivers State. I know that the governor has a major role to play. And he was playing that role. Now that the governor is back to office, everything will go in speed. Now the government is back, everything will go in speed because the government will work with the National Security Advisor, work with the president, and work with the Ogoni people, and all of this will go well. And Ogoni people have stated their demand in the report.
Okay. You mentioned something about building trust, and for a lot of things that has been going on, especially with an initiative from the High Prep that has been on, of which you highlighted from the beginning, it doesn't seem like there is some sort of that serious trust building.
No, I'm not talking about High Prep here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not talking about High Prep building any trust. If High Prep want to build trust, when the time comes, I will say High Prep is a total failure of High Prep has total failed.
But you know, it's also a branch of an initiative that was meant to rehabilitate a lot of things and get things better in Ogoni land, of course.
But
and wait. And then we're also saying the fact that for some of these projects, we had Ministry of Environment come through to commission them. And everything and a lot of other things coming through are still gearing towards getting to seal up something that was cracked in these people's minds. And with all of this, you're building your confidence and still saying that you believe that these reports are going to be handled by the president.
You are mixing the point.
No.
A report.
Yes.
The president asks the dialogue committee go to Ogoni and collate the view of Ogoni people. That is the report. This report we are talking about now is not UNEP. UNEP report is a different report altogether. High Prep is mandated to handle UNEP report. But what the government have to do is to go back and look at the foundation of High Prep and review it. Why do they need to review it? The former minister of Environment and the former coordinator of High Prep, the foundation they lay is a bad foundation, and that's why you are seeing the collapse of water. All those things was done by the former coordinator of High Prep and the former minister of Environment, the immediate past minister of Environment. That is why you are seeing what you are seeing in the trouble you are seeing in High Prep was created before President Tinubu became president, and we raised concern about it. Because everything was being rushed within the election period. And see how to pull out the money out of the place. That's what you are saying. What you are saying do not happen under the watch of Mr. President.
Okay, so and now that the Mr. President has gotten fully involved in Ogoni,
that is why things is getting better.
Yeah. It's getting better in that regard, or
no,
the ones you're...
In High Prep, I was saying the president will look at that because things was so bad.
Okay.
So when foundation has been destroyed, you need to clean up the process. So all the collapsed water that was collapsed are issues, foundation laid. So I think the president should set up a panel of inquiry a serious delegation of the president should now look into what happened between the period of the former minister when in the former minister of environment, and they address that. But we will not allow the issue that is going on in high prep to distract us.
Okay, now
so I think what we should focus is that what is the process of how, what is going on of how this oil resumption should start. Because Ogoni people are there. In fact, we feel that the president is delaying.
Okay.
That's the feeling of the people. Go on the field and ask. Well, president have delayed us. By now, we expect them to come and drink the oil.
Danny, one of the other major components of this discussion or conversation that has been on has to be about the confidence building.
Yes.
Now, I'd like to know how far this process has gone.
That has gone so far. The president, I'll tell you, the president give an award to 13 Ogoni people. That have never happened. Honor 13 Ogoni leaders. And also honor one of the hero that is alive. That's 14. Now, the president didn't stop there.
Pardon?
Not pardon. Okay. I'm talking about honor. Say pardon. What is pardon?
Other awards.
You see, if you want to, don't drag me into the pardon something.
Because I was also looking.
Don't go there. We're not talking about that. I can explain to you. Yes. I said the president have taken step.
Okay.
He give honor to Ogoni, 14 Ogoni son. He didn't stop there. He directed NNPC to, because the UNEP report itself also talk about our health station. He directed the NNPC to begin to build, to put, like in the Tamba. We have a general hospital that was in Tamba, total down. But go there and see what is going on now by the NNPC. Go to Gokana. So 4 hospitals is on. The road, East-West road that we cannot go, we are getting that done. The border Bonny Road, because all these things are benefit to the Ogoni people, is on to be completed. Then the governor is also doing key projects in Ogoni land to complement the effort of Mr. President. Go to Boris General Hospital and see the level of equipment that is there. You can, in fact, you don't need, if you can go, you go there today, what the kind of treatment you can get. You don't need to go to Port Harcourt. Go to Boris General Hospital and see the equipment the government put there. All those things are geared up to make sure what the president is doing work well.
Now looking at all of these confidence building measures, and of course some other individuals asking to know the difference when it comes to the demand for oil production by the people of Ogoni. I'd like to ask, from where you're seated, do you think there are some gaps that still need to be filled or maybe furnished up from the president?
Exactly. No. President, no, there's no gap. President have given, see, let me tell you something. President hand over the power back to the people. President working with the people. And that's why see, what Ogoni people need is development. And what president is talking about is development. We can't keep the place the way it is. The place have to move on. Ask anybody, because I continue to ask, when you say people, who are those and what is their pedigree? As I'm here as an activist, I have 4 companies, fully registered, doing business that can be verified by EFCC or any security agency in this country. Ask them that what is their business, what is their source of income.
So you check out their pedigree as based.
That is what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. So the people. That what I'm. Hold on. What I'm telling you. That what I'm telling you is that any person that tell you we don't need oil resumption in Ogoni, those are people who benefited from foreign donors. Because when the place started moving, where common people can benefit, there will be power, there will be this, there will be that, everything available. Those foreign donors will not give them that money again. So that's the issue. It's an economic issue. It's an issue of interest of small money, not for the interest of the general Ogoni people. The general Ogoni people are worried. Every day I receive phone call. Young Ogoni asking me, Gani, what is the issue that the government have not started drilling the oil? What is holding us? And we are also prepared by January that if the president do not quickly make sure the oil is being drilled in Ogoni. We shall protest in Abuja comparing NNPC to return to Ogoni to start oil junction. We have done that in year past. We will do it again. And we will protest that government must come now in January. So government on their own part need to be we need to be speed up.
Okay.
Because what they have done, we trust them already.
All right. I'm going to open the phone lines and as well take a quick text that I got here. And of course, we'll continue this conversation. But you can be a part of the talk and let's know what you think. Are we big time ready? When I mean we now, I'm talking as per Ogoni people, fully ready for this resumption? Has everything been set in motion? Do you think that what you have on ground can convince you that the reports so far will be one the president can handle or will take care of? Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Okay, my elder brother.
Go ahead, please.
Good day.
Am I got
Okay.
I want to completely agree with you that we are going to seriously waiting for oil production to resume in the land. I want to put it back to the Federal University of Environment. As I speak to you, Ogoni people that are qualified are busy trying a job in that university as I speak. What if there is not a another said we ought to engage in that aspect? Amara, what we want is development. And by the grace of God, the president we have today have the ears of the people, and we want everything that will make us happy to be done.
Okay.
We have confidence in the process, and our leaders that are in charge of this dialogue, they are doing well.
All right, thank you, Gospel. I had to let you go so I can take this other call. Hello, good morning. Good morning, can you hear us?
My name is Kabula, calling from Rome. Made in that
Kanamon.
Yeah, about the fire resumption in Ogoni. Any better person away from Ogoni, maybe the one that will be outside of any person will born for Ogoni, because as we grew up for Ogoni, we do everything in Ogoni. And since then, we have been suffering. So if it is now that government wants to look into Ogoni, if any person that is fighting against that progress, I believe everyone will fight against that person. Because like we are common people in Ogoni. We need the oil resumption. Because like me, I come from North. And throughout North there was not ever laid any pipe. And we have oil, abundant, both oil and gas in North. So me, I want Chef, the NNPC to come so that we will still benefit as other people from other sides benefit. So for me, I'm fully supporting oil resumption in Ogoni. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution this morning. Please do well to know that we'll still be able to squeeze in some calls before we draw the curtain because we're almost out of time. Hello, good morning.
Achuku, and your guest in the studio.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Comrade Iwe. I'm in Barry Williams, calling from a bonus William. Hey, your guest has spoken well. And he's a good one because everyone who loves good team must always embrace good team. So for those who doesn't like good team, will not embrace good team. You know, the late former president, helped the people of Ogoni very well by implementing that law, standing that Ogoni be able to these things down. Orange brothers should start in Ogoni. Good luck was on seat. Good luck never did anything concerning that. For the late president, he was one that started this process. And the current president has been Ahmed Tinubu continue with this process. And it's a good one. But what your guest is missing out of this whole thing is that creation of a body state. The body, you're going to need to have their state. That's why your guest is missing out of it. Let him emphasize on that body state. Because you bring more development to the people of Ogoni. That's what I needed him to do. You should make emphasis on that body state. Thank you. Have a blessed morning. I agree.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Please do to know that you can call either of our studio lines and be a part of the conversation. It's more like an audio town hall meeting right here. And for individuals who are pro the creation, for other individuals who are anti, are thinking that the actual damage that was caused are yet to be solved, and now we are screaming for another one. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, my sister Amara.
Good morning to you.
I'm greeting to your guest in the studio.
Go ahead, please.
My from Chicago.
Okay.
Very quickly, I want to say that in as much as I appreciate the effort that the money people are doing to make sure that there is oil resumption in the money land, and also in as much as I appreciate the federal government on what they are doing to make sure that we have stability in the money. I think there are three basic things that we should consider when we talk about oil resumption in the money land. First is the unit report. I strongly believe that since this whole thing started, the unit report has not been followed to the letter. Just some weeks ago, we have been talking about the collapse of water tanks and all those things happening in the line, and it's not right. And people have been complaining about it. So I think we wanted people to go back home and see a way to harness. Because I strongly believe that when it comes to this whole thing, that people cannot agree, and you get the feeling still that people that are saying that the oil should not be resumed in the world, that people are benefiting from foreign donors. I completely agree with that. Because you cannot tell me that the basic thing that was here in the United States is not done, and you want people to do and resume oil production in the money land.
Okay.
It's just sad to see. It's sad to see. So I think the basic thing should be done, and the graduates should go home and put their home together.
All right, thank you very much.
Let me clear a point.
Yes, you will. And when you're doing that, because this is you wrapping up, we
Okay,
are out
let
of
me
time.
clear my. You see, a lot of people talk about UNEP report. Have they opened a copy of that report? Some people, it's just like the Bible. There are people who talk about Bible. They don't even know what King James said, where Luke 19, what is it said. So these are the issues. Now, I have not said that UNEP report have been implemented. I one man. Those that are even saying today, if you mention, that was I say before, because I don't want to just respond to air. If you have told me, number one, say this, I will tell you his link or what he has done. Now, one or two persons who may say one thing or the other, ask them what have happened to the money of high prep. Because they are beneficiary of that. They have never stand tall to say, look, things must be done right here. But when they see what will be better for... Look, do you know that women in Ogoni, before this time too, there are some women that supposed to have better medical care. It's a serious challenge. And the government has come to say, wait a minute. Before you come from like Pa in Nonkan and get to Bori, you have challenge. I'm talking about kind of local government, for instance. So you're not seeing a general hospital will be in Tamba who will give access to those that are around there. And it will be well equipped. The park, the industrial park that the government have already, River State government already issues C of O to the federal government. The plan of the place is almost ready. So you can see activities of federal government and state government around Ogoni to make things work. What should be the major thing that Ogoni should look at now? MOU with the government. Not that somebody will not tell you, we won't agree, we'll do that. Did these people talking live in their communities?
Okay. Because we are out of time, Gani, I want to sincerely thank you again for coming through to represent and make this statement, clarify on something.
But let me just say one word before
in
I
15
leave.
seconds.
Yes, even though in 1 second I will say it. I want to thank Ogoni people who have continued to support Mr. President and the government on the issues to resolve the Ogoni issues. And I want to use this medium to tell the world that Ogoni people are intact to ready for development of Ogoni land. And that is what we're talking about now is development and development and development. Anything outside that, Ogoni is not bad.
All right, thank you very much, Gani Toba, leader conscience of the Ogoni people, for your time this morning. We appreciate you. But this is the much we'll be able to take today on Talk of the Town Thursday. Special thanks